What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to be talking about SNDL, what's next and what's going on. Check it out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video. So SNDL, it's all the talk. Everyone's talking about SNDL. I see it all over Facebook stock trading groups. I see it all over Twitter. SNDL, what's next for SNDL? Why did it drop so hard? You know, what's going on? Why is it currently at $1.62, right? So these are things we're going to go over here. We're going to go over some of the good stuff, some of the bad stuff. Then we're going to jump into the chart. So we're going to try to cover all the bases as fast as possible so this video isn't too long. Before we move any further, do me one quick favor. If you enjoy this type of content, smash that like button. The last few videos of this type of theme have been doing very well. So I can see that you guys want this type of content. So I'm going to keep producing it. But I need you to help me out. In order to keep it alive, you got to smash the like button for me. Comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think is next for SNDL. And if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. It really helps out tremendously when you do all three. It feeds the YouTube algorithm and it makes the channel healthy. Believe it or not, it's a thing. So now, SNDL, for those of you who are new, it's in the MJ sector. Of course, we all know that. Sundial, we know it's in the MJ sector. We know the MJ sector has been hot now for a few months. Typically with trends, people start to really see, about them and learn about them when they're at the peak. And I think MJ sector is somewhere in that peak area, I think it might start to cool off here pretty soon. It might start to cool off going into the spring, right? So it's one of those things where, okay, and Sundial, SNDL is in a hot sector, but is that hot sector plateauing temporarily? Right? Is it going to start to pull back a little bit and consolidate a little bit? Is that what's going to happen potentially with the MJ sector now? I think it is. I think it might. I think it's been on a massive move. And just like anything that goes on a massive move, it needs corrections and consolidation in order to maintain health. Okay, so not everything can rocket ship 24/7. All right, so I think they might kind of slow SNDL a little bit down. Now, what could be next? Well, the next thing is for you to check out Webull. Link in the description section below. You download the app, you fund your account with $100 and you get 2 free stocks. It's free money. Who says no to free money? So that's the next thing. Now, after that, SNDL, right? Some stuff about SNDL. It's been basically on a non-stop offering, like rampage, right? It's just been trying to raise money, constantly trying to raise money. And usually that's not necessarily such a bad thing, but SNDL has a huge float already. Okay, the float on SNDL, let me tell you right now what it is. The float on SNDL is 1.06 billion. Okay, that's what's going on with SNDL right now. That's a huge float. All right, it's a huge flow, especially for a stock that's $1.60 right now. Right now, literally, it is trading at $1.61, $1.62 right now. Okay, and this is Thursday at 12:24 p.m. So the fact that it keeps diluting its shareholders isn't necessarily something that's going to be good for them. People will scare off, and we're going to dive into the charts here, and I'm going to show you when that started happening again, including the fact that they closed an offering, a $74 or $75 million offering on February 4th. All right, let me make sure. Yep. And now they've opened a new one as of February 17th. And that one, my friends, is a $1 billion, shelf offering that they have that they can use whenever. So we could see this thing pump up again some and then bam, smashed back down with another offering. This is a problem for SNDL because it keeps diluting its shareholders, and shareholders don't like to be diluted, especially in companies like this. Okay, now the next thing, which is a good thing for SNDL, is it tries to focus on like top quality high-end products. Okay, that makes it so that their margins are generally bigger, so they have a better profit to be made per product. The only problem with that is you got to make sure you're selling. You got to make sure you're getting the right customers, getting those products in front of the right customers, because they are focusing on such high-end stuff. It is good for the bottom line, but it does make it harder for the sales force to get those sales. All right, now Another thing that helps them with that is that they have a 50% equity interest in Pathway RX. This will help them get into the MJ medical sector with high-end products. So that's something to watch out for, all right? Now, another thing that could help them and that they might be looking for, I don't know, is maybe to get bought out. In order for them to get bought out, they got to make sure that everything's structured nicely. Okay, and that they're showing health as a company if they want to get bought out. There's been a lot of companies buying out other companies, right? Larger companies like Tilray, etc. So if they want to be acquired, they got to make themselves look attractive to a potential acquisition. All right, and then maybe that'll also help, and maybe that's also why they're trying to focus on such of these, more of these high-end things. Now what we're going to do is we're going to jump in the chart real quick here, and I'm going to show you what's been going on there. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into that SNDL chart. Also, guys, remember to check out my Patreon. Right, if you check out my Patreon, I'm going to be putting information like this on there first, moving forward, and you can be a part of that. You can also be a part of a Discord that will be discussing, investments and stuff like that as well. And if you go through the Patreon. So go check that out. I'll leave a link in the comment section and in the description section for you. And right here, you see the daily chart. Now, you might be brand new to trading. You might not, this might be like the, I don't know, second, third, fourth, or fifth time you ever see a candle chart in your life. If that's the case, do me a quick favor, look at the description section and the comment section. I'm going to leave a free course there for you. All right, all you got to do is click that link. You'll go to the free course, you'll sign up and download it, and you'll be able to go through that free course and get yourself started on being educated on what all this stuff is. All right, because I know the stock market can be intimidating, and I know at the same time apps like Robinhood make it look very, very easy. But the reality is you got to be informed. Otherwise, it's like going to the gas station with 20 bucks and buying a scratch off and just scratching it off and like, oh, I won, oh, I lost, right? And 20 bucks is one thing, but when you start playing around with a few $1,000s, right, money that you work hard for, you should be educated so that you at least give yourself an opportunity to have an edge to win, right? There's a difference between an educated blackjack or poker player and just somebody that just presses a button on a slot all day long to see what happens, right? There's a huge difference. I'm not saying trading is gambling, because trading is a skill set. Therefore, you have to learn it. So go ahead and start off there. Go to the free course. If you're not new, then check out the daytraderchatroom.com. I will leave you a link down there as well for 5 days for $5. You can come check us out. You have access to courses, resources, and us trading every single day live. Currently, we are doing extremely well, 70 percentile as a team in accuracy. All right, I'll leave you a picture of our accuracy as a team right on here on the video. Now, on SNDL, here you have the daily chart. And you see, we talked about this, I think it was Monday, right? I think we talked about this Monday or Sunday. I put out a video talking about SNDL, where it might go next, where I thought it would go. And I mentioned in the video, if there is no good news this week, today's Thursday already, if there's no good news this week, SNDL probably goes to the 150s, 130s. The low of day today, look at it right here, is 155. Okay, that's the low of day today on SNDL, 155. You can see the big old drop right off the morning. And now I think we might get down there and visit those 130s. All right, 155 low a day. It's very likely at this point we get down here and visit these 130s. You can see it's these previous tops right here. Just underneath that, you see this consolidation above $1. I think that might be an area that SNDL might get to and kind of test out and see if it's going to want to bounce around there. The problem is that you have you have 1 billion shares that are about to be diluted here potentially with that offering over time. So I think at this point, you won't see SNDL at $3 anytime soon. I know that's not the news you want to hear. If you're long this thing, or if, God forbid, you're bag holding it from $4, right? Or if you bought it that day in pre-market when it was almost at $5, that pre-market action back here. So, I'd say 130. Like 130s should be some potential support area on this. If I were long it and I didn't want to hold this for the next, I don't know, couple years, then I would stop out of it under 130, right? That's what I would do. But I'm not in this. I have no position in this, none whatsoever, because there's no way in the world I was going to buy this at $3. No way in the world I was going to buy it at $2. You know, I even expressed out to some friends that were toying with it, don't buy this. I told them, you know, don't buy this at $2 and change. Don't buy this at $3 and change. But, you know, things happen. And now we're down here in the 160. Look, we're 161. Now there's a boatload of shares on the bid, like a lot, all the way down to 150 right now. But that's nothing for this stock. So I think, like I said in the video, we would see the 150s. We were already in the 150s. I think at this point, we have a very big potential to see the 130s. And definitely, I think, in my opinion, we see the 130s before we ever see $3 again. All right? Before we ever see $3 again. This company needs to come out with some major good news in order to get this stock popping back up over $2. And I just don't see that happening in the near future. All right, that's just my take on it. I'd love to know your take, so drop that in the comment section below for me, and maybe we can discuss it, all right? Remember to smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and hit the notification bell so you're alerted next time I upload my next video, and I'll catch you on the next one.